Yo, yo, get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back.
All right, welcome to our 2022 Fantasy Football Division Previews. This one is the Buffalo Bills. My name is Joe Bond, founder of FantasySixPack.net. With me today is Dylan Clemons to get us through this one, and let's just jump right into things here with the Buffalo Bills. And we'll start off with the quarterback room, which is a goodie. Josh Allen, QB1, baby. So I apologize. That says ADP. That is supposed to be overall, not ADP. So just ignore that. But overall ranking over there at Fantasy Pros of 22 and a QB1 ranking. I mean, you agree? QB1 hands down.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's nothing you can really argue with him about that. That rushing floor is there. Yeah, he's just a beast.
Yeah, I mean, I love me some Herbert, and obviously Mahomes, I think, could have been argued right there with him. Not so much because of the rushing, but just because of the overall play there. But with the loss of Tyreek, I think he's going to take a slight step back this season. But Josh Allen, QB1 all the way. Yeah, and obviously there's no risk of anybody behind him taking his job. So we'll just move on there to the running backs, which has got a little interesting this offseason.
Yes,
Devin Singletary finished things off here pretty nicely last season, and finds himself with an overall ranking of 61 and an RB 28. They drafted James Cook, and of course they still got Zach Moss hanging around, and they signed Duke Johnson. So just want to get your thoughts on this running back room. And I mean, do you believe in Devin Singletary kind of being the guy there now, like the guy to trust, or is James Cook gonna kind of cut into this enough?
I don't think it's Singletary, man. Everything they've done kind of shows you it is. And even though, like you said, he showed flashes towards the end of the year where he looked really solid. But I like James Cook. I like the draft pick. They used third round draft capital on him, I believe. Yeah. So it's
that sounds right.
It was second or third, but to me that says that they have a plan for him, that they're going to use him in a specific way. Sounds like maybe in the slot a little bit. He's going to catch the ball out of the backfield because that's his thing. He's definitely the pass catcher. And what do the Bills like to do the most? They like to throw the ball and run it with Josh Allen.
Yes, they do.
I like James Cook out of this backfield.
Yeah, I mean, they don't utilize their running backs a lot in the passing game. Now, I mean, Devin Singletary had a handful of games with a nice receiving line. But, it could have just been that they didn't really have that pass catching back. I mean, Zach Moss clearly couldn't do it. They tried with Singletary. Then they just realized Singletary can actually run the ball pretty well. So they just decided, okay, we're just going to do that. So, and it worked. But, I mean, to me, this whole Bills running back room, I'm just not really interested in. It's gonna be super pass heavy team, and this, even with maybe them jumping off the Cook a little bit more, I'm just really not that interested, because you're gonna get Josh Allen taking enough of the work that it just hurts these running backs just that much, and he scores a good number of touchdowns, 5 or 6, just about every year.
Yep.
And then, I mean, yeah, he's going to pass for a ton of touchdowns too. So the running backs don't really interest me that much with this team. And I mean, I'm probably not paying for Singletary. Even where Cook is going, I kind of want other guys instead. I trust them more. And the later guys, Moss and Johnson, no thanks.
Yeah, no.
Just no. I'm good. We'll pass. So, speaking of passing, let's go to the receivers, and led by Stefon Diggs with a overall ranking of 14 and a wide receiver 5. Go all the way down to Gabriel Davis at 99 and 37, who had himself a pretty nice season last year. Scored, I believe, 9 touchdowns. Jamison Crowder a signing this year. And then just kind of bottom of the barrel, we got Khalil Shakir and Isaiah McKenzie and Jake Kumaro. I mean, what's your thoughts here? Like, is Diggs gonna take a step back a little bit this year, and that's going to allow Gabriel Davis to kind of become more fantasy relevant consistently for us?
Yeah, I think so. I think Gabe Davis showed out, and Josh Allen trusts him, especially in the red zone. Like you said, he scored 9 touchdowns last year. Really had a good playoff run as well.
Yes, he
So
did.
I'm very high on Gabe Davis, and I like the addition of Jamison Crowder. Like he slides right into that Cole Beasley role,
Yes, he does.
who was being used as wide receiver 3 flex play. And like Joe, last year we even saw Isaiah McKenzie when Cole Beasley was out. He came right in and filled in perfectly. They're even using him out of the backfield, kind of as that gadget player as well.
Yeah.
So I really like this wide receiver room. It's really good.
Yeah, I do like Davis a bit this season. I think I'm going to have a lot of him coming out of drafts this year, especially if he stays at this current value.
Yeah, man, no doubt. In this offense.
I mean, look, I'll take a chance on him as my wide receiver 3 all day, every day. There's just no way I can't pass on that value. I mean, look, you got to remember that he not only was he fighting Cole Beasley, he was fighting Emmanuel Sanders. So now both of those guys are gone. Yeah, they bring in Crowder, but Crowder takes Beasley's slot, as you're saying. McKenzie won't play unless Crowder's out. He'll slot in on wide receiver 4 sets. They'll both kind of be slot short guys type of thing.
Yep.
Davis and Diggs are the guys. Like go get open, go get the ball. We saw many games where Sanders was outperforming Diggs, right?
Yep.
And then Sanders kind of gets hurt. Davis comes in, does his thing. I just believe that Gabriel Davis is explosive and he's a good receiver and can just get the job done. I'm shocked that his ranking is this low right now.
Yeah, it's crazy to me too. Yeah.
So I get the hesitation. There's a lot of weapons, and obviously Diggs is a target hog on this team. So I totally get it, but I think I expect this to rise as camps happen and we see some news going on here. So,
I agree.
Let's finish things off here with the tight end room. And Mr. Breakout Dawson Knox last year sitting there. And then they went out and brought in O.J. Howard, who's kind of a sneaky, good tight end. Just, but can Dawson Knox, build off of what he did last year? Or are you thinking like he's gonna regress drastically from his 12 touchdowns?
I was going to say, I think he has to regress a little bit, right? Because he had a very low target share too. And then with bringing in O.J. Howard, like we saw him have some flashes in Tampa, but unfortunately an Achilles injury slowed him down. And him coming out of Alabama, he was a freak athlete. So I like the addition of that. But I think it hurts Knox a little bit. But I'm still okay with him around that later tight end range.
I mean,
he's just touchdown dependent.
He really is. And he actually only had 9 touchdowns last year, but that's all right. It's still that's still a massive amount of touchdowns for only 71 targets, and actually only caught 49 of them for 587 yards. I mean, who does this remind you of? Come on, from 2020. Robert Tonyan.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
Yep,
Boom.
Yep,
I mean, and then look what happens 1 year later. It's like, dude, it's like identical.
Yep,
so I would be, you cannot buy Dawson Knox at his 2021 value and expect that to repeat. It's just not going to happen. I would be jaw would be on the floor if I saw him score 9 touchdowns off 50 catches again.
Yeah.
That's just an unbelievable amount of touchdown percentage there. So, all right, man. Well, we got through that one pretty fast. I'm kind of shocked with it being the Bills, but I mean, It's the Bills, man. They're a good team. So
yes,
what are you gonna say about it? Except they're good. Go get you guys. Go get them early. So all right. Again, hit that subscribe button and leave those comments. We appreciate it, guys. And tune in to another one of our team previews. See ya.